Let's see. I guess let's try out the chromatic blacklist. Alright, constructed event this time. We should go over the deck real quick. So this is what it looks like. We have Moment of Craving, some Discovery Dispersals, a lot of just of the black removal. Sideboard's actually relevant in this game. We're gonna have to actually pull it up just so we know what's in the sideboard when we go to Mastermind. Alright, and then we go on, we have more black removal, some Karn, Eldritch Reborn, Demons, and Niv Mizzet. Alright. This hand looks pretty weak. We, good luck. Thanks. This hand looks pretty weak just because we don't have any early removal, but the Eldritch Reborn could be okay enough. Our opponent does go first though, so we need kind of some board wipes soon. So they're gonna mulligan this hand. This looks better just because Golden Demise, so we'll keep this. And we'll keep the land to make sure we have the mana on turn 3 to actually play it. And black-white, most likely a creature deck. Vampires or knights. Let's see. Sure. It's not actually an issue with my deck. So maybe he's black-white control? Not really sure. Okay. If he starts finding a way to gain life, that's a really annoying card, but I think we're just going to try to skip ahead and get to Niv Mizzet faster. This could be kind of a risky play, because if he has some life gain in his hand, then this card's going to get boosted really quickly. Okay, so sure. So Pridemate's going to be the card to beat right now. It'll go up to a 3-3 when we kill this, it'll be a 4-4. But I still kind of agree with my decision. It doesn't feel worth the Golden Demise for the Pridemate, but maybe I need to respect it a little more. 6/6 Demon should help. It's gonna take another turn to cast, but I think it's still worth. Maybe we should have thrown it back. Yeah, we'll give it another turn. Okay. Okay, so he doesn't have too much going on, luckily. The Veraskas, we'll need that at some point, just to continue to deal with these threats. If we had 7 mana, we could do Golden Demise and Veraskas, but we don't have that. So we'll probably just develop the Niv Mizzet here and see what our opponent has to do. At worst, we can ping off the Martyr of Dusk. Yeah, seems alright. We actually should have considered flipping the treasure map here and using one of the treasures to cast Niv Mizzet, just so we have the extra land and 2 treasures next turn. Okay. I'm assuming some kind of removal here. Murder, yeah. So let's murder that guy. Pridemate gets boosted. Sure. So if we draw a land, right? Actually, even if we just flip the treasure map, we'll be able to deal with this board. So we're taking a lot of damage here, but we should be able to bounce back from this. Actually, yeah, Ritual of Soot's kind of the perfect answer, so we'll just leave that. Let's go to main phase. We'll go to Ritual Soot here. Kills his board. Then we'll look to either Eldritch Reborn or Vraska, his next threat that he plays. And we'll start playing some of our other threats. I feel like we've kind of made some play issues up to this point, so I'm gonna be playing from behind. Does your deck just not need board to be successful? So I'm what's called a control deck, which means I'm trying to get more 2-for-1s while my opponent's trying to get more like aggro. So he's trying to play a bunch of creatures, and I'm trying to not let my opponent kill me with creatures, essentially. Alright, so we got one of our cards that gives us a card from our sideboard. I'm not really sure what we want yet. It's kind of a risky play here, because we could just take too much damage. But I think we're going to go for it. Could also draw a card. Let's draw a card first. Or let me look over my sideboard before we go too far. Zakama's looking pretty good here. Or Sanguine Sacrament. Probably going to take Zakama when I can, just because I like that card. And it's going to be able to do a lot of stuff for us. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. I guess we'll just look to grab it now. Yeah, sure. And we'll just pass the turn. He can't make a token yet. So yeah, I mean, it's essentially, there's just a couple different types of decks. There's like aggro decks, mid-range decks, and control decks. So mid-range is, it's basically an aggro deck when it needs to be. So versus control, it's going to become an aggro deck, and when it's against aggro, it's going to try to become a control deck. Sure. We're just playing strictly control, so we're always going to be kind of trying to deal with what they're doing, and then eventually play something to overcome what they've done. Okay. So my turn. We have the removal here. Ooh, Cabal Stronghold. So how much does it actually make? Nets us 2 mana, which is probably fine. So let's actually activate. So we get 5 from that. Let's get green, red, and grab a white. 5, 6, 7, 8. We need one more. Play this guy. When he comes into play, we untap our lands. Now we can either heal or do damage or whatever we need to. So we can actually just pass the turn here, see what our opponent wants to do. If he doesn't do anything, then we'll look to Golden Demise. And then we'll be able to use all of our mana just to heal or do damage to him. Other vampires get +2/+2. Sure, that resolves. And he's going to create a token. Sure. Let him go to attack step. And he's attacking me for 6. So we're going to be able to block 1. Trying to think what all we want to accomplish this turn. We probably just want to try to get the most value out of this Golden Demise. So we're just going to block 1 and gain enough life to not die here. So that's the blocker. And before damage, going to gain 3 life. And before damage, gain 3 life. And now we'll let him do the damage to us. Go back down to 6. He gained some life, but we're not really worried. Because we're just going to Golden Demise and kill his board next turn. And then we're going to start attacking for 9 every turn. Alright, anything else we want to play this turn? I mean, I guess we'll just activate the Stronghold, because it makes so much mana. Wait, what? That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that one. Straight punishing. So let's Golden Demise here. Kills my opponent's board. There's so many triggers. So we have 3 black mana floating. We're looking to just probably gain life off of it. Or actually, we'll start killing his enchantments, because they're kind of annoying. This card does it all. It's kind of the benefit of it. Alright, finally. Or almost finally. Alright, so what do we need to make to kill enchantments? We need to create a green. So let's make a green. Activate, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Let's kill that one. And we don't want to waste our mana. So blue, and we'll just do a white. And we're going to gain life. Alright, go to combat. So we can slowly deal with everything our opponent does. The only thing he can do here is try to remove this from the game. Because he's going to get to the point where his card quality is too low, where he's just drawing cards like this, or he's drawing like one creature and we're just going to kill the creature. Sure. Guess we're going to just continue to destroy this stuff. Actually, what else do we have? That's fine. We actually don't care about this. Alright, combat. We're not going to play our other cards. We don't really need to, so we're just going to wait until our opponent tries to deal with what we have. So let's add mana. Let's go red. Whoops, that's wrong. Let's cancel that. Let's go, I guess we'll just draw these artifacts. And we'll do one more. Alright, and my turn. Could mastermind again. I don't think we need to. We can just kind of chill. Alright. So, gain life. Gain life. And gain life. Just slowly beat him down with this power creature. Yeah. There's nothing you can do besides kill this card. And then we're just going to start playing our other threats. So this is kind of what I mean. Whereas we dealt with what our opponent is doing, and then we're trying to control what he's doing, while we just play really expensive, strong cards that normally you don't get to play in other decks. He's thinking about it. What is he thinking about? It's over, man. So the whole point of this deck is to use Chromatic Lantern. So all of our cards, or all of our lands, instead of only producing black mana, produce all colors. So we can play cards like this, where it's a red, green, and white, where normally we only have black mana. So that's why most of our cards are black, and we just use Chromatic Lantern to play some other more expensive spells that are different colors. So yeah, he's just gonna time me out. It's like the classic rope your opponent because they're beating you. No biggie. I wonder if he rage quit and just like left his computer like 3 turns ago. I mean, he did get me down to 4, and then we killed every card he owns. Gained all their life back. I get it. I get why you'd be salty here. Unfortunately, had a ton of timeouts. Alright, I think this one will make him explode. Poor salty opponent. Alright, now he just plays a land. Okay. So he's really trying to drag it out. I have emotes turned off, but it's possible that he's like saying things. I don't want to see all that though. Alright, and it took too long. Cool. So, let's go to the next game. So that was versus Black White Vampires life gain deck. I wonder if he ropes everyone, or he just ropes like people that beat him like that. Alright, the Ritual of Soot did really well for us last time. I definitely want to see that in our hand. We go first, so we can have turn 3, Chromatic Lantern. We can go straight into turn 5. So we got a lot of good stuff here, so we'll keep this. Is that Tracer? I'm already Tracer? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that Tracer? Alright, so we're playing against mono red. These cards seem pretty slow. The Karn's okay, I guess. The Demon is too slow. I like the Karn here. We'll keep the Karn. Oh, my opponent? That is, her name is Chandra. So here's kind of like the issue playing like these hyper aggressive fast decks is we're basically didn't do anything first 3 turns. And now we're going to try to play catch up. See what's in our sideboard that's kind of interesting to us right now. Sanguine Sacrament is probably our best card to grab at some point. Not here. Here we're just going to Ritual of Soot. We're going to take the 4 for 1. And we're going to hope that slows down our opponent enough to where we can start developing some of these other cards. So Rekindling Phoenix. That is quite an annoying card for us right now. So we can pay 3 mana to get 4 mana. So it doesn't actually produce any mana. Because we need to find... Basically need to find a way to deal with this Phoenix soon. Like the next couple of turns. Or it's going to end the game. So 5, 6... how much mana will we have next turn? 3, 4. We could Karn to try to get more cards. We can go ahead and Mastermind now. I think Karn digging is the best for us. Okay. He'll most likely just give me the swamp. So we're gonna take 4, we're gonna go to 6. How much mana do we have next turn? I think we have 8 mana next turn, so we can Mastermind, get the Vraska's Contempt. Okay. We go to 5. So we can Karn pick up the Ritual, but that doesn't really do anything for us. 5, 6, 7, 8. What do we need here? We could make a ground blocker. Yeah, so I think we go Stronghold, add mana, Mastermind, choose a card from outside the game. We'll choose Vraska's. Play Vraska's. Gain 2 life, and we'll make a Karn Struck just to block here. Okay, goes to attack step. We are definitely blocking. Gotta protect our life total at this point. Alright. He didn't do anything, so now we can grab the Ritual Soot. Let's go and do that. And we're actually just going to replace our Karn with a new Karn. And start looking for some more cards. Because we're still going to have to find more ways to get life. Sure, we got 2 cards deeper in our deck than normal. Quite alright with that. Our opponent's going to start probably holding on to Burn, if I had to guess. Okay, so he's probably going to give me the Stronghold. Alright. So 6, 7, 8. I think we need to pick up the Mastermind. It's possible we have till next turn to do it. And we can get the Kama. Right? Let me think. So 4 mana to make 7, 8. No, there's no way I have enough mana to do it this turn. So I think we just wait till next turn. That's all we can really do. There's like, alright, he just keeps drawing lands. So that's pretty great for us. So Stronghold, let's grab our Mastermind. And let's see, add mana, Add more mana. Choose a card from outside the game. We'll probably just grab Zakama. We could maybe Banefire this turn, but I don't really see. I don't know. It's not like readily available or apparent, so we'll just play Zakama. Make sure we tap all our mana. So green, red, and white, and we just need to make a blue as well, just because why not? Play this guy, untaps all our lands. That's why we floated the extra mana. And that should be the end of the game for our opponent. Alright, so we untap everything. Let's go Stronghold, Stronghold, and we'll just gain a bunch of life. Yeah, there we go. That's what I expected. Cool. So this deck is ramping better than the Naya ramp deck we were playing. Which I guess the black removal is just so strong they can actually get away with doing things like this. Alright, other hand. We don't have any removal in this hand, which makes it a little bad. The discovery is really nice though. And we go first. We'll keep this. This is risky, but we'll keep it. Our cards are just too like late game, not very impactful. But depending on what our opponent's doing, it's good enough. We have the Moment of Craving, so we picked up some early removal. The Chromatic Lantern, we don't actually need the Chromatic Lantern yet, but it does help us skip from turn 3 to 5. We just don't have the other mana to play this Eldritch Reborn. Which we play, let's see, play 4 lanterns in the deck, so we could be okay with getting rid of one here. So we'll probably find another one soon. Eldritch Reborn, how many do we play? We play 3 actually. So this is probably a good time to just throw away the Eldritch Reborn. We'll take the ramp, hope the next card is a land. Yeah, I think that's our best play. Dusk Zealot. So probably another vampire deck. Might be mono black, might have black white. Oh, red black. Okay. And we'll just play a Karn here. If we make a Karnstruct, the Karnstruct is a 2/2, so it's gonna be pretty good at blocking here. But I think we just want the card advantage. We have another Karn in our hand. We don't really care if he plays something to get rid of it. Oh, Niv Mizzet or a Swamp. Okay, so next turn we can minus the Karn to pick back up Niv Mizzet, play the Swamp, play Niv Mizzet. So probably gonna do that line of play unless my opponent can stop me here. Wish I had another mana to Moment of Craving that. Alright, so we'll minus. Play Niv Mizzet. Look to start killing what my opponent's doing. We gotta be wary of like what kind of things our opponent's gonna be trying to do here. So we're probably just gonna let Karn die, because I have a feeling our opponent has like a Moment of Craving, and he wants us to block this to save our Karn, which is the only block that actually saves Karn. And then he can Moment of Craving afterwards. So I think we're okay with just letting Karn die. We have another one, not a big deal. And then we'll start just killing off his guys. What is this? Sacrifice an artifact or creature, deals 1 damage to any target. Okay, so we're just gonna do it to his face, because we want a Moment of Craving this before we ping any of these cards. Alright, so Moment of Craving, the Reaper. We could have Moment of Craving one of these and did the first ping here, the second ping there, but I didn't think about it too much. So let's resolve that. And so what's next? We already played our land for the turn. We have 5 mana. We can play Treasure Map. We can Vraska's Contempt this and shoot that. That seems okay. Not amazing, but it gives us like full board control. I kind of like that. Not really sure what else he's got going on, but we'll just go ahead and get rid of this card. It's pretty annoying. He did have the mana to, oh, should have attacked there, but that's alright. He had the mana to sacrifice either one of those creatures, he just decided not to do it. So we missed 5 damage, that's our mistake. So he should be at 10. But I think this card is so powerful, it doesn't really matter. Looks like every card we draw kills one of our opponent's creatures. Yeah, he's still not sacrificing, so let's just go to combat. And we can Mastermind to get something, but I think we can just play Karn and Treasure Map. And that'll be enough to bury our opponent. Alright, let's see what he gives me. He gives me the Stronghold. That seems like a mistake. So let's just play this guy then. Act of treason. He's taking my Niv. He's gonna attack me with it. We will gladly take the damage here. Oh. Yeah, Karn will take the damage too. Karn doesn't care. I also don't care about Karn. And now he's going to be able to sacrifice it to kill Karn, which is fine. Or that's what he should do. I don't know what he's going to actually do. Sure. And it concedes. Alright. Cool. Man, I'm definitely enjoying this deck so far. Seems pretty fun. Win streak? Yeah, we're playing basically the best of 7. If we can get 7 wins, then we do our best. But we also have 3 losses that we can have. What's up? Twitch channel idea? Alright, yeah. I will take some advice for the stream. What you got? We're going streaking from old school after each win. Okay, so I need like a soundboard. That wouldn't be that hard to do, actually. Alright. So let me think. We go first. Turn 3 and play the Lantern. We can skip to that. Doesn't really matter. But we don't have early removal, but we have our board wipe, so I think we're perfectly fine with keeping this, especially on the play. Alright, so this is probably the mono white deck splash red for Baroque reinforcements. It's possible it doesn't have the last part. But Ritual Set's going to be really good here. Just the first 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. Sure, I can find a way to do that. Alright, let's play the Lantern. Then we can actually treasure map. Our Ritual of Soot still hits everything. So if he keeps developing this board, we're gonna get even more advantage. So there's the red for the reinforcements. We still get that as well. Yep. So we'll take some damage, but that's fine. Yep. So we take 7 damage, but now we can wipe the board. Swamps seem pretty good for us just because we have a Cobalt Stronghold. It could be possible that we need to find more removal soon. So let me think. Because we're just going to Ritual, and then if he has more stuff to do, we're going to need something else pretty soon. So let's go and Ritual here. Get the old 4-for-1. And we'll look to treasure map 2 more times. Potentially our opponent's kind of running out of things to do at this point in the game. Alright, he still has 2 guys. So that's still a lot of pressure. So we need to continue to look for cards. Golden Demise is great here. It's like a perfect answer. So we're actually going to draw before we treasure map. And let's go to main phase. The Stronghold doesn't make enough mana yet, right? We 3 and tap it, and it produces 4 mana. So it's at the exact break-even point right now. It's not actually good enough to start activating. So just Golden Demise here. And let's flip this treasure map. Niv Mizzet, sure. So we have mana to play Karn. We're just going to play Karn here. And he'll just make a Karn Struct. Just so we have a blocker on the field in case our opponent's doing anything. Alright, now he's starting to draw lands. He's run out of creatures to play. And we've kind of ran away with this game. I assume he'll give us the swamp, which is kind of just as good as getting the ritual here. Because it actually makes our Kobold worthwhile. So, just play Niv here. The game should be looking very grim for our opponent. Yep. Rustwing Falcon. And reinforcements. Okay. So the reinforcements actually lets us hit something. So we'll just hit him. This isn't worth hitting right now. He can kill the Karn if he wants. Yeah, alright. Cool. We're going streaking. Alright, we get a pack. Nice. one of our weekly pack things. Let's see, we got something new. Bounty of Might. That's a lot of +3/+3. Anyway, back at it. So 4-0. Definitely enjoying this deck so far. Fab and Hoffa. Let's go, Fab and Hoffa. See what you got. Ooh, this hand is kind of wonky, right? We have our early removal, but this is only gonna like trade 1 for 1. We have our tutors, which could be good. Our Chromatic Lantern. I think we can keep this. We can always tutor inside our own deck and pick up like a ritual or something to deal with whatever our opponent's doing. 3 tutors is probably too many. We don't need that many. Alright, Branch Walker. Four tutors. Alright, we need to draw some lands here. Something else. I'm gonna take the 2 damage here. I fear I'm playing the Jadelight Ranger, so the Squire. Okay. Let's actually remove the Squire in response. We could have killed that, but we were thinking, we're still not drawing lands. We were thinking he was gonna just play a mana and play a what's it called? Jadelight Ranger. And that would make a 4/3, which you couldn't really deal with right now. Come on, deck. Oh, come on, deck. We're gonna have to discard a card. Alright, we'll discard one of these 4 cards. Luckily our opponent's not putting a ton of pressure on us. We'll eventually draw a land and we'll be able to move on. Yep, Branch Walker. It's just gonna be, the question's gonna be how much life are we gonna have at the end of that? But if we get 1 land, we get to play the Lantern and we go to turn 4. So it's pretty good for us. Jeez, alright. We'll discard another one. We'll keep the Nivs. This is worst part about Magic right here. It's just not being able to draw resources. Plays big Vraska. That's interesting. Instead of playing these guys. He's going for like the slower way to win. Moment of Craving. Keeps us alive for a little longer. He's going Craving that guy. But essentially he's going to put us at 1 next turn. So we actually don't have a way to come back at this point. Our deck is just taking too long to get to the next mana. We're only 13 cards in, I guess. But it should be more balanced than it is currently. Yep. Alright. Deck just wasn't having it today. Maybe we should have mulliganed the hand, but 2 lands hoping to draw a 3rd isn't like unrealistic. You definitely have to draw lands to win the game. So kind of a hollow loss is what it feels like. I feel like we could have taken on that deck. At least potentially. Would have liked to tried. Alright, so we have the early removal and the tutor. I like this. We'll keep this. A little better than last hand. You still have to draw mana, but it's definitely better. Alright, we've already drawn the mana. Okay. Seems like we're playing against a mirror match, so... Or not a mirror match, but the same as last game. So I'm pretty happy with that. Ooh, he's gonna keep the Verascas. Because I think we should be strong against... We should at least have a good shot against this deck. I wonder if he wants to Verasca our Karn here. I'm trying to think, what else would we do? The only other thing we would do would be to Mastermind for a card. So do we want to Mastermind for a card, or do we want to roll out Karn? We can always Mastermind for Karn later, so let's just Karn here. See if he'll give us some card advantage. It's a pretty difficult decision for our opponent. Because the Golden Demise should kill most of his board, but the Mastermind can be any card in my deck, so... He's got to really think if he wants to fear just the Golden Demise or everything we have. Potentially everything we have. Plus stuff in my sideboard. Expect the Contempt here, but I don't know if he's going to do it. Yeah, alright, so he does it. So it's one of our 4 Karns. Yeah, 1 of 4. Not too big of a deal. We're not drawing the lands here, so we'll just go Chromatic Lantern into Discovery. And make sure we have a land for next turn for this Demon Lord. Don't have enough mana for Josu Vest, but we may just keep him around. We're gonna draw this card, that'll be next turn. Which is when we plan on playing the Demon. We'll just dumpster it. We don't need it. Play the land for turn. So yeah, next turn we have 6 mana. Play our Demon Lord. Unless we draw something better. He plays his own Karn. Interesting. You can have the land. Alright, we're gonna play our Demon Lord here. So what do we lose? Just lost the land. See what our opponent wants to do here. I think we continue to give our opponent lands. Now he has Wildgrowth Walker and Verasca's Contempt for next turn. Chupacabra, yep. And a Branch Walker. So this is like a good Golden Demise turn. So keep that on top. No, he dumpsters it. Okay. So we'll just Golden Demise here. And I think we'll just continue to ramp. Ramp and Treasure Map. We pretty much have an answer for everything through Mastermind. But it's just going to be if we have enough mana to play it the turn we have to search for it, depending on what kind of answer we have to find. I'm trying to think of what we want to play here, what we want to look for. Looking through my sideboard. Sure. So he's grabbing his Wildgrowth Walker. We're not really worried about his life total. It's just how like annoyingly hard this card becomes to remove, which is really just you need to find Ritual of Soot. Plays Find. Okay. Which we can just pick up Ritual of Soot if we need to. Next turn we have 8 mana, so we'll see how much he develops on this board. Alright, that's not enough for us to really care. So we'll just treasure map here. And the Stronghold. I definitely like the Stronghold here. It starts getting us a lot of mana. Now what do we want to do, right? That's the question. How much mana do we have? So spend 4 mana to get 6. We have 9 mana. So we'd only be able to search for something that costs 5 or less. I think we can just leave it alone. Pass the turn here. See what our opponent's looking to do. We may have a Moment of Craving this. We may just take the damage if he continues to put things on the board, just so we can Mastermind Ritual of Soot. Sure. So he's going to keep us off creatures for a little while. We also need to deal with this Karn at some point. There's a lot of threats we need to deal with. We'll just keep feeding them lands, I guess. So I want a Craven here. Nah, I don't think we need to. We'll just wait. Now it's probably a turn we have to Mastermind. It's just a question of like what we need to get here. He kind of has an answer for everything. Alright, we're just going to try to go for the Ritual of Soot. Seems like our best case here. Maybe we should just grab the Cleansing Nova from outside the game. I think I like that better actually, just because we'll have more Ritual Soots in our deck. So let's grab the Cleansing Nova. Destroy all creatures. And let our opponent rebuild some more. Which will hopefully buy us a couple more turns and we can find another threat. What have we've used one Mastermind and the other one is removed with Karn? Yeah. And we've lost one Karn. So if we find a Karn, we'll be pretty happy. If we find another Mastermind, we'll definitely be happy. Find a Vraska, we'll be happy. Ritual of Soot. We have a lot of good hits in our deck. Okay, he's doing the same thing as before. This is his second Find Finality. Let that resolve, because it's only going to get +1/+1 at max, but it's a land. So, not even an issue. So, my turn. Let's go ahead and flip this treasure map. And another mastermind. I like that. So, we'll keep the mastermind. Now, what do we want to draw? I'm almost thinking Overflowing Insight just for the cards. The cards would be so good here. Because he has access to a lot of removal. I guess we need to think about what we could do this turn. So Cabal makes 7. We have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. So we could Mastermind and be able to play the Overflowing Insight, and we should have plenty of cards to deal with things next turn. So let's do that. Let's go Cabal, Mastermind, grab the Insight, play said Insight, target me. Jeez, our draws were really bad coming up. Alright, we can Discovery Dispersal. Let's see, or just look to Moment of Craving. Let's Discovery Dispersal here. Get even further in our deck. Eldritch Reborn. I think it's worth keeping around. Yeah, we'll just pass the turn. We're only going to take 4 here, so it's not like a big deal. Maybe a couple more because this Wildgrowth Walker. But we can hopefully look to either Moment of Craving at the end of turn to kill this, and then Eldritch Reborn to kill that. Or just draw some more cards with the Treasure Cove. Find our Ritual of Soots. But that's our 3rd Mastermind, so our next one is going to be our last one. Unless we get another Karn. So what's he grabbing? The Vraska's Contempt. Okay. So we're just going to avoid putting creatures into play for a moment. Goes to combat. Sure, you can attack. I think we'll Craving here. No, we'll just take the damage. It's only 4. But we may look to Craving this at end of turn. If he's got nothing else going on. Yeah. Just so our Eldritch Reborn has a good hit. It's unfortunate we get rid of like 2 draws for this, but it's gonna be worth it. And there's Vraska's as well. So let's go ahead and draw a card. See if our opponent lets us draw. Yeah, okay. Let's make some mana. So 9 mana. We'll play Eldritch Reborn. It's easily gonna sacrifice the Wildgrowth Walker. And then we'll Vraska the Karn. Which you may just have another one. We're kind of light on action, which is unfortunate. We kind of just have mana. This is like the flood of mana. But we do have Eldritch Reborn. Got some targets we can get. Nothing particular amazing. Like Chupacabra, if he plays a threat, we can try to pick back up our Demon Lord. He has a Vraska, but Demon Lord would at least replace itself with another card. He just passes the turn. Discard a card. Not really sure what he's looking for here, but that's fine. We have our ritual, so we should be able to deal with most of his explore options. We have a ton of mana, so our next mastermind is actually the end of the game as well. If we can find a Karn, that should be the end of the game. Let's grab the Demon Lord. Let's go discovering here. Maybe we can find the Karn or whatever we need. Alright, there's Karn. We kind of need to count how much mana we can make. But I think we're just going to wait for this demon to die before we try to pick up the mastermind. So we'll probably just wait till next turn. Actually, we should count, shouldn't we? 8, 10, 11. It would cost 8 mana to make 22. Then we can tap the rest of it. I think that's going to be enough for lethal, but probably should wait just to make sure. Let me count it again. So 11, 22, but you minus 8. Okay, 14. Sure, alright. I don't think it's enough, actually. So we probably need to find another Cabal. Vivian. It's interesting. Revealing cards. The land. Sure. Alright. So there's another stronghold. That's probably lethal. It'll most likely take till next turn. Don't think we can pull it off this turn, because we're going to spend so much mana to get Banefire in our hand. Let's see, 8, 9, 10. It might be enough. I don't think I have time to actually count and see though, which is an issue. I think I'm okay with just Golden Demising here, passing the turn. I'll have to look back at this to see if it was lethal this turn or not, but I don't think it was. Okay. Guess we'll see how much mana was left over. If there was 8 mana left over, we could have done it last turn. Yeah. Alright, bye Karn. We're going to kind of skew it because we're going to play another swamp. Alright, so swamp. Mana. 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 Now we need to probably Banefire for 35, just in case he has a Verascas. How much can we Banefire for? We need to do max, right? because he has double Moment of Craving. I don't know if that's really necessary. But we'll just do max. There we go. Little 38 spot. Alright, yeah, he Verascas to gain 2. Doesn't matter. Yep. That's why we did it for more than just lethal. Just in case. So yeah, that costs all our mana. We couldn't have won the previous turn. Cool. Diana, Ship's Caretaker. Alright, so 5 and 1. See if we can get these next 2 games in. GG? Yeah, that was a good one. You're out? Alright, man. I'll see ya. Take it easy. Alright, what we got? Got the Discovery, Eldritch Reborn. Don't have the early removal, but maybe we could find it. So we're gonna keep this. We at least have our mana. Coffee in the morning? Yeah, sure. We can do that. Yo! J Slaughter 225. Thanks for the Twitch Prime, my man. Alright, so let's Discovery here, so we can find some removal. Get you some Boix said pray in the chat. Yeah. There you go. Wow. Alright, so we're finding lots of mana. Yo, E Maxwell, thanks for the sub. Yeah, thanks for the afterthought. No, dude. Appreciate it. Must be the end of the month or whatever. Subtrain? Yeah. Oh, our opponent only has 1 mana. I didn't even realize. We'll give him plenty of time to draw out of it. Maybe we just Eldest here? Yeah, we definitely Eldest here, because we can get a Carnage Tyrant. Sorry, opponent. We want Carnage Tyrant. All about playing fair, but there is a mulligan button. He wants all his cards. They're so good. He has no mana, but he wants all the cards. Right. Fine Finality, picking up the 2 cards. That's pretty good. Sure. Necessary. Not upset. We took a risk. It was still worth it. Why don't we just get to play our Demon Lord here? Seems fine. That's a cool animation. Nice. We'll take all the free cards. Thank you much. Treasure map? Sure. How much do we have mana to kick this next turn? That would be amazing. 10 mana. I guess I'll just let the game figure it out. We'll keep the Mastermind. Seems good. Untap. Lands. This guy kicked. Ooh, we have enough. Nice. Go ahead, opponent. Good luck. They all have menace. Everyone has menace. So we kill one of the creatures, all our guys are unblockable. We have 20 damage in play. So we can Golden Demise because we'll have Ascended. We can just, yeah. Oh no, it's not enough anymore. It's playing all the cards now. That's fine. Yep. He really wants to duress me. Oh, now he throws it in the graveyard. Discovery Dispersal. If we get Dispersal, we can pick up the Jade Light. Seems kind of meh. Oh, couldn't put a stop to my upkeep fast enough. So, I don't want to do this. Is there a way we can win this turn without killing all our tokens? We can Gold Demise, we've Ascended, that'll kill that, and we can Moment of Craving to kill that one. I think that's good enough for me. We also have the Mastermind. There's probably something we can grab from our sideboard, isn't there? Or from our deck, really. Let's see how much mana we can actually make. So 8, 9, 10, 13, 13 mana. So whatever need would be 4... Okay, so we could play something that was 9 mana. We can't play our Omniscience. So we'll just do Golden Demise. Oh wait, we can, because we can flip this. Right? So 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's enough. Just play Omniscience. Yeah, without paying mana cost for sure. Oh, double Golden Demise. Alright, so Golden Demise. Golden Demise. Now let's Moment of Craving. Alright. I don't know if that was perfectly correct, but it was super fun. Big fan. He could have fine finality'd, but we'd still had 10 damage on board. So, whatever. We won. It was correct. And we got to play Omniscience. GG. Thanks. Yeah, that was a fun one. Making all our spells free is a big fan of doing that. Alright, we got the early removal a little later in the treasure map. We'll keep this. Seems fine. Kind of need to draw out of it a little bit, but it's good enough. I played against one mono red list earlier. We beat them, but I think they kind of flooded out after the first initial wave of threats. So hopefully we can still beat mono red. Hopefully it wasn't just a fluke. We're going to go ahead and Craving here in case he has 2 red spells in hand. We don't want him to be able to buff this. If we try to do it as instant speed, that'd be really bad for us. War boss. Sure. So we need to find our Golden Demise or Ritual of Soot pretty soon. We can play Lantern next turn and Contempt the following turn. Our life total is still pretty high, but it's gonna go away pretty quickly here. Also haven't seen many versions run Legion War Boss. Yep. So it's 6 damage. And that gets out of Golden Demise. Okay, doesn't have to the graveyard. That's fine. Okay, it's something to do. Is it better than Verascaing a War Boss? That's the real question. I feel like blockers are pretty powerful here. Yeah, let's just play a blocker. Feels sad not kicking him, but it is what it is. He's gonna risk factor me. I think we have to decline. Actually, we can take the action. May have to give him the cards next turn. Another Lava Runner. Still don't have haste. So he's going all in. I don't imagine he wants to attack with the War Boss here, so he'll probably just look to block this Lava Runner and take the 4 damage, because of extra Goblin. Okay, Wizard Lightning. Yep. Alright, so let's look at this. I think we might just be dead. Let's see. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, GG. So we'll go to the next game. So yeah, whenever we got to turn 3 and turn 4 and didn't have the removal, the game pretty much ends. So maybe we should be mulliganing more aggressively, but it's not like every deck we play against is mono red, so it's a little awkward if we're mulliganing for Ritual or Golden Demise and then we actually don't play against them. Alright. See what we got. We have the Tutor, so we could at least get it for turn 5 if we need removal, if it's mono red. So I think we're keeping this. We also have Discovery. Pretty solid. Alright, looks like another mono red, could be Drake's. So looking for cheap removal or AoE. Maybe Life Gain is good enough too. Next turn we're just playing Lantern, yeah. The old turn 1 shock. There's Niv Mizzet. potentially play Niv on turn 6, depending on what our opponent does. Yep, more damage to the face. Chain Whirler, okay. It's unfortunate we didn't draw land there, but we'll just look to contempt this Chain Whirler. I guess we'll wait. I wonder if this is big red, or he just had a really slow start. I almost want to tutor for a land here, but it seems really bad. So we're just probably going to wait. Could just Discovery here. If we find a land, then we're able to still play Contempt and play Niv next turn. So it's kind of the best of all worlds. Ritual Karn. I feel like we're so far ahead, we don't really care about these cards. Guess we'll keep the Ritual. Nah, we just need the land. Moment of Craving's fine. Sure. Just craving that guy. If we can find a Cabal Stronghold, we may just grab something from the sideboard with Mastermind. Let me see if there's anything we want. I just grab a Stronghold out of our deck right now. Doesn't really do anything yet, but looking for it to do more as we draw more. So yeah, he just had a really slow start. Whoa, what is this? Sure. How much mana do we make? 5, 6, 7. Not enough to play a spell. So I think we just gotta chill behind this Vraska's Contempt. It's kind of annoying. 2 cards actually. I don't think there's a way he can kill us in 2 cards without playing a spell. Us dealing with some of the other things he has going on. So we'll just slam Niv Mizzet. I'm okay with this block. If he plays a trick, then we can kill the Firebrand. Okay. So he's just bluffing. I want to make sure we're keeping lands for Vraska, just in case we need it. But I want to be able to develop this Mastermind for life gain soon. It looks perfect. Let's see. we'll just play the treasure map. Pass the turn. Alright, and opponent concedes. So cool, that was the chromatic black deck. We're able to, we beat 2 mono red decks technically. I don't know if they were just having issues or we were actually able to remove and gain enough life that they just couldn't get there. But we're able to go 7-2. We didn't get past second land against Golgari, one of these matchups. And what happened the other one? Oh, that's the mono red beat us on the other one. So 1 loss to Golgari, 1 loss to mono red, but I think the Golgari one was more our own deck than anything else. I think they're trying to tell me something here. Alright, but anyway, deck seems sweet. Big fan of it so far, so yeah, I'm trying to think if I would change anything. Getting the 4th Discover would be nice. But I definitely like having the 2 Golden Demise, 3 Rituals in the aggro meta. You could have more. Maybe cut like a Reborn. But yeah, anyway. That's it for my run. That's going to be it for stream tonight. So thanks everybody for hanging out, and see you guys.